But when Judd Rose sat down with him recently, he found the actor riding high, savoring success, after so many people said he would never cut it as Batman.
When the call first went out, the fans howled. He was all wrong. No rock jaw, no pumped up physique, and worse, he was a wise guy. But he rose to the occasion with just 2 little words.
Please do it for me.
Okay. I'm Batman.
That cape, that cowl, that scowl. Michael Keaton is Batman, and Batman is back in the sequel to one of the most popular movies of all time.
Oh, we had something together.
We do.
Next week, Batman Returns will be speeding to theaters like, yes, like a bat out of hell.
It's so tremendously silly and stupid. At the same time, that is exactly what movies are. And that's what's so great about it.
Take one step closer, Mr. Batman. You missed.
If you want to be actory about it, you could say, this isn't what I do, this isn't my craft. At the same time, it's exactly what I do. It's exactly what my job is, to do those silly, great things.
And Michael Keaton is great at being silly.
Down a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
In films like Mr. Mom, Keaton defined the sort of smirking wise guy later copied by many lesser talents.
Fine! You want me out of here? I'm f***ing out of here!
But he's also shown surprising range as an actor, with an award-winning turn as a coke addict in Clean and Sober, and a chilling portrayal of a psychopath in Pacific Heights.
Mr. Hayes?
Tragedy or comedy, there's something about Keaton. A quirky electricity, an edge of danger. It's there in those lips, those eyes, those eyebrows.
If the average person, you know, is curious about something or bemused by something and they just kind of go like that, doesn't mean anything. When I go like that, the whole screen goes, wah, you know, he's going to kill us, he's going to go nuts, or he's going to do something wild here, you know what I mean? So I've really learned how to kind of, you know, I don't know, I should shoot him up with Novocaine or something and just calm him down.
Right now, that face is all over the place. With the avalanche of Batman publicity underway, Keaton is suddenly under the sort of scrutiny he hates. In this age of the celebrity confessional, Keaton has no interest in airing his dirty laundry for the public and no respect for those who do.
It never ceases to amaze me what people not only are willing to do and say, what they want to do and say, things they want to talk about. And now it's gotten to be, in my opinion, really a kind of illness. The image I have is people pushing each other away, saying, no, let me tell you some really deep, dark, scary, sad things about me, you know, because I'm losing some magazine time or I'm losing some, you know, losing some soundbite time.
He won't discuss his social life, although it's known that Keaton, who's divorced, sees actress Courtney Cox from TV's Family Ties. As for his own family ties...
Okay, Ray? Ready, Sean?
Well, just days before the release of his new movie, the place to find Batman was at bat, coaching the Pirates, his son Sean's Little League team.
Let me see a good spit. Give me a good spit. Excellent.
Keaton, who shares custody of the boy with his ex-wife, tries to provide him with as normal a life as possible. Most of these kids know he's a movie star, but they don't seem to care. To them, he's just the coach. Keaton's other escape from the spotlight is to go horse cutting. It's an odd sort of sport. The object is to cut individual cattle from the herd and isolate them with his specially trained horse.
What do you want to do now? We're gonna have a bull. Lanes should open in about half an hour. Let's go get some lunch. We'll roll a few. I like a horse that can do other things besides just be a horse.
Keaton travels to rodeos all over the country to compete. He likes the activity and the anonymity.
3 or 4 months ago, I talked to this guy, Frank. We're kind of loping our horse around, having this conversation, warming our horses up, and he says, "What do you do, Mike?" And I laughed. I thought, hey, Frank's pretty funny. You know, I didn't know the guy was that funny, because the delivery was like brilliant. because it was so real. The other time I realized he didn't know who I was, and I thought, this is great. This is a guy who just likes me, just wants to talk to me.
Well, guys like Frank are getting a lot harder to find. After all, the first Batman movie sold $250 million worth of tickets and twice that much in merchandise. And now with the sequel coming out, Keaton's kisser is once again on everything from billboards to lunchboxes to Frisbees. If he really wants to be a face in the crowd, he's just going to have to hang in there.
Life's a bitch. Now so am I. Who are you? Who's the man behind the bat?
He is, in fact, Michael Douglas. That's the name he was born with in Pittsburgh 40 years ago, the youngest of 7 children. His first break came in, of all places, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, where he was one of the Flying Zucchini Brothers.
He had a brilliant future in show business if only somebody would give him a chance. That's what I would always say, give Michael a chance.
No one did, so he moved to California to try his luck as a stand-up comic. There already was a Michael Douglas, so he renamed himself after Diane Keaton and hit the talk show circuit.
Thank you. Okay, that'll do it for me. Thanks a lot. Good night.
His material was thinner than Bruce Willis's hair, but he managed to get a gig opening for Cher in Vegas. There, he really bombed, and as Cher went on, he walked off and got himself trapped in the huge stage curtains.
And I couldn't see because all curtains all around me. And I thought, my God, something's happened to my neurological system. I've gone blind. How can you bomb so badly that you go blind? And then I thought, oh no, now this is gonna go into like stand-up lore, like you know, there are gonna be jokes about me. Yeah, geez, did he bomb? He bombed blind. It's gonna be like a word, you know. He did a Keaton, then it's gonna be he did a Keaton. He bombed blind? Yeah, the guy can't see for a week.
Still, he had a comic intensity that got noticed, and in 1981, he finally arrived in the movie Night Shift.
Hi.
He was magical. He did things. His mind produced magic.
Stand back. This is Bill. Idea to eliminate garbage. Edible paper.
All of a sudden, something will click in his mind.
Exactly.
And he just explodes, and he's hilarious.
Night Shift was a surprise hit, and when his next film also did well, Keaton became a hot property.
Is this a great country or what?
But Keaton's next 4 films flopped. As quickly as he'd become hot, now he was not.
Was there any point where you thought, oh my God, I've lost it. I'm not going to get it back. I may not get it back. I'm not hot anymore.
I don't even know. I think I was too stupid to be panicked. I don't think I got how it worked.
But now...
They're so unbelievably transparent, too. That's the joke of it all.
What do you mean transparent?
Well, Hollywood is like, everything is really like high school. I could name you guys that are, these are guys who are 50, 60 years old who still are concerned about where their table is or what clique or who they're seen with, where you should be, what actors you want to hang around with. I mean, they're like little boys. They're like jock sniffers. You know, they hang around because they want to be associated with things. It's so stupid.
But then came a film that turned it all around for Keaton.
Don't you hate it when that happens? Let's go, Bob.
It was an unlikely comeback, playing Beetlejuice, a zombie wiseacre with bad manners. The role was first offered to Sammy Davis, but Keaton got it and made it a comedy classic.
It's that thing. It's just too creepy.
Keaton was electrifying, but Beetlejuice director Tim Burton saw something else, something just right for his next film.
What are you?
I'm Batman.
When we first started thinking about Michael for this, I mean, for me, it clicked very clearly is that he's got this wildness in his eyes that makes you think he'd put on a bat suit and would be weird enough to go out at night and do this sort of thing.
It's just something I have to do.
Why?
Because nobody else can.
No argument there. With the huge success of Batman, Keaton was signed for the sequel, and Annette Bening was cast as Catwoman. But then, Benning went batty for Beatty and dumped Batman to have a baby, which is when Sean Young made a public spectacle of herself by going on TV to demand that director Tim Burton cast her as Catwoman.
How dare you not make time to see the Catwoman? Not even so much as granting me a meeting. How very rude of you.
She even sneaked on the Warner Brothers lot and broke into a meeting between Keaton and the studio boss.
He came in and she was carrying a walkie-talkie to keep in touch with a guy that she had, I think, on the lot looking for Tim. That was his job. She set him some sort of command post. And every once in a while she'd be saying, well, I just can't believe that of all the people in the world, I am Catwoman. And you'd hear things like, I think I saw him go behind the commissary, Sean. You know, the little things crackling. And she'd just write him in and go, yeah, hold on a minute, over. You know, and it was unbelievable.
Not to mention unsuccessful. The filmmakers fell head over heels for Michelle Pfeiffer.
Meow.
The new film features some major fireworks. The sexual sparks that fly between Bat and Cat get downright kinky.
You're catnip to a girl like me. Handsome, dazed, and to die for.
The chemistry between Keaton and Pfeiffer is no surprise. They were an off-screen item a few years ago.
I think the fact that we have a history together and we know each other, there was a certain comfort. I think it would have actually been more difficult had it been, you know, an actor that I didn't know. I felt really safe with him.
I am Catwoman. Hear me roar.
Fact is, Keaton couldn't hear much of anything with the bat mask on since his ears were covered. He says he had to read lips to know when it was time for him to say his lines.
It looks better than doing this, by the way. Say, okay, we ready? Rolling? Okay, you start doing it. You stand there like this. It's Batman. She says her line, and I go, huh?
You don't really think you'll win, do you? Things change.
One of the things that's changed in Batman Returns is the bat suit. At a cost of $100,000, alterations included, the new suit is sleeker and more flexible. Lasers were used to make it fit Keaton like a second skin.
How do you go to the bathroom when you're wearing that bat suit?
I'll never tell anybody how I do it. Never tell anybody that. You'll see some scenes during the movie. I'm going to the bathroom. people don't. I'm not going to tell you which ones they are, but I'm actually going to the bathroom.
So that look of existential angst on Batman's face
I'll leave
is
it up
actually...
to you. And like I say, you use it. Use these moments.
So Michael Keaton has the last laugh over all those who said it was too much of a stretch, that casting a funny man as Batman just wouldn't fly. The result was the 6th most profitable film ever. Now they wonder if Keaton can hit the ground running again.
A lot of expectation. How do you feel?
I'm kind of frighteningly relaxed. I mean, had the first one been marginal, I might be sweating a little bit, but how bad can it be, right?
Yeah, but then again, it's not my face up there, so hey, I'll tell you the truth, I'm pretty relaxed about it.
You're chilling on the Batman thing.
Yeah, frankly, but then I'm not Batman.
That's right. Don't ever forget that.